From now. Okay. All right, lovely. So welcome to the course, everybody.
Hello. Hello, Carmen.
Hello there. Who have we got? Okay, lovely. Lovely to see you. Please put your name in the chat. Thank you for coming. Thank you for arriving just in time.
How are you? I'm
Fine,
having
thank
some.
you.
The thing is going on on and off.
Yeah.
So I really miss the first part of the gist. I logged in, and after some 5 minutes, it logged me out. It just came back.
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. We're about to start properly now. Okay. So I'm going to share my. No, I'm not going to share my screen. I'm going to share this. Okay, this is what I'm sharing. This is better. Okay, everybody. So let's get started. Yeah. This is our agenda for today. Can you see the agenda?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Great. It's great to have your feedback now and then. You can say it or you can put some reactions on the screen. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So I've been talking a little bit about myself, but I will in a minute as well. And then you can have a chance to introduce yourself on the chat and we'll practice. We're going to do a little warmer after that. And then we're going to go into having an overview of the course. So you really understand what's going to be expected of you and look at some key aspects, including data, including the schedule, a weekly overview, etc. As you know, the kind of core, the heart of this course is learning to use WhatsApp in a live way to deliver live WhatsApp lessons. So that's going to be a theme throughout today. That's what we're going to be doing on Thursday this week, the WhatsApp live lesson. For the lesson after that, we're just going to review the techniques that we've used, which I reiterate are you writing in the chat box. So I would really like you to do that and start using some reactions as well, okay, which I will also be using. Then we'll do a closing activity and there'll be questions and answers after that. So let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, yes, Tolu, some people have the mute button on. That's fine. That's not a bad thing. Okay. If they're trying to talk, then you need to unmute yourselves. And in order to do that, at the bottom left, there is a mute and unmute button. But otherwise, if you have it muted, then it's good. We don't get the background noise.
It's mute like.
Okay, here we go. So we've been chatting a little bit already. I'll introduce myself quickly. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher and a trainer teaching English as a foreign language in the south of Spain for 20 years, training pre-service teachers and in-service teachers to develop professional development skills, a little bit like this course today. Okay, here are some adjectives that people say describe me. Some of them I've chosen myself. I'm caring, calm, I hope you'll find that, and comfortable, in the sense that comfort for me of my students is really important, okay? So of all these adjectives, I'm going to choose one of them. I'm going to choose comfortable, and I'm going to write it in the chat. I want you to do the same. Choose an adjective that describes you or something that you think is important, and tell the group why. So my name is Carmen, and my chosen adjective is comfortable, okay? Because I want you to be comfortable with me, asking questions and so on, okay? Asking questions, working through things, that for me is really important, okay? And my motto is the only silly question is the question that, you got it, is the question that wasn't asked, okay? That's the only silly question. So I want you to bear that in mind. So if you wish, as we continue with the presentation, especially if you haven't written anything in the chat already, please write one adjective that you think describes you or describes something that is important to you. Okay, this is a nice getting to know you activity so that we can find out a little bit about this group. So go ahead, write an adjective in the chat and tell us why you chose it.
Sorry, Karen, how can we know silly question?
Just ask any questions. It doesn't matter if it's silly, yeah? It's silly for you, but it might not be a silly question. It might be a good question, a question that answers a lot of people's questions, okay? So don't worry about that. But just write an adjective in the chat. Does everybody know how to use the chat? I know a lot of you have, you've already written in it, but do write something in the chat, okay? If you don't write anything in the chat, you may get missed out of the register. So really important to learn how to use the chat. Okay, James says slowly.
So how do we write it?
Okay, very good. A question from anyone?
How do you write?
Hello, Kikalomo. Okay, I will show you. I will show you. Kikalomo.
Okay.
Are you on a telephone or on a PC or a computer? Kikalomo, are you on a computer?
Oh, no. I'm using my phone.
You're using your phone, okay.
Yes.
But you can write in the chat, no problem, can you?
Yeah, I'm trying to send a chat now. I'm writing
Brilliant.
something.
Okay, lovely, fantastic. That's nice to hear, see your adjectives. Okay, Olusegun, is it you who doesn't know how to use the chat? And there will be others. If you hover and I'll show you. I'll show you now. Okay. If you hover at the bottom of the screen, you will see a toolbar. From left to right, you're going to have something to do with audio, then video, then security. Then you've got the number of participants. And next to that, you will see this symbol, which is chat. If you click on this, a box will open. I have mine on the side here. And in this chat, you put your cursor and you just write. You can write a message, you can write your name, you can write a question, okay? And you can see what other people have written. So that's how we use the chat. Okay, diligent, quick, inquisitive. Asking is a really important thing. Yeah, totally agree with you. Lovely, loads of positive stuff. Brilliant, smart, beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, you keep writing them in, okay? Keep writing those in and I will continue with the presentation. Thank you, everybody. For your okay, time conscious is good. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, very good. So let's start. Yeah, let's move on here. Are we pausing? Yeah, we are. Very good. So you guys are here to do the sprint course, okay, through British Council Nigeria. As you know, it's a fully online course, okay? It's about 40 hours of work and there are 6 modules over 6 weeks. Who can do the maths? How many hours a week should you be spending on this course? You got 6 weeks and 40 hours.
40 hours.
That's it,
6
that's
hours.
it. Very good. More or less 6 hours a week, okay? 6 or 7 hours a week. How are we going to split this up? Well, there is 3 main components, okay? You've got the self-study materials on the Sprint website. I will post the link into the chat in a minute. And that will be a substantial portion of what you're going to do. You're going to be working on your own, some fantastic materials on the British Council. They're very interactive, they're very interesting, and they're going to be the core of the course, okay? Then we're going to have, each week, we're going to have a session like this that's going to talk in more detail on the materials that you've been studying that week, okay? Today, this week, module 1, it is on a Tuesday, but this is because it's an orientation session. From next week, it's not on Tuesday, it's going to be Thursdays at 6 o'clock, okay?
Thursdays, 6 o'clock.
Thursdays, it's normally going to be on Thursdays, the live sessions, okay? The Zoom sessions, or sometimes they're going to be WhatsApp. They are going to be normally on Thursdays, with the exception of this week. On the Tuesdays, we are going to have a really fun part of the course, which is the live WhatsApp lessons, okay? So I'm going to be delivering them to you in the same way as you would be delivering them or something similar to your students. So you get the feeling of what it's like to receive a WhatsApp lesson. Every week, you're going to be given a WhatsApp lesson. I'm going to teach it. And at the end of that, there's a hot notes section. Okay, just some quick reflection to get your impressions, how you feel, what you're taking from the course. Okay. This is the course schedule. Okay, everybody, can you see it? Yeah, can you see the course schedule? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Patricia. That's great. Letting people in. So it's a 6-week course. We've started. Fantastic. It's been a mad scramble to get everyone signed up and ready, and a big build up to make sure we have as many people as possible here today. Okay, so do forgive my repeating the invitations, but it really is important on the first day to have as many people here as possible to get this information. So what's important for you to note, and for you to put these dates in your diaries now, is that our Tuesday sessions, like today, will always be at 4 p.m. Okay, and our Thursday sessions will always be at 6 p.m. Okay, if you can give me a thumbs up that is good for you. Okay. And that would be good. Lovely, great. Olatunde, good, good. When you put a thumb up in the reaction, you come to the top of the list so that the person delivering the Zoom session can see you and they can see your thumb as well. Okay, so reactions is something that I really want to make sure everyone has a reaction today. So in a minute, I'll stop the presentation and you can give me a reaction to what you heard so far, okay? In the form of a smile or a tick or a thumbs up. The final date for completion will be Wednesday the 23rd, okay? Just to finish up any things that you need to hand in. And then there will be some kind of ceremony online to graduate, okay? To graduate from the course. So now we're going to talk about data provision. This is really important. I'll stop the sharing after this to get your reactions. So, okay, Tolu, do you have a question? Thumbs up, fantastic, great, okay. So what's important about the data, and you need to know this, is that you need to achieve 80% of the tasks towards the end of the course to get data.
You get Naira 1,000 corporate to complete to that.
Everybody.
Okay, that's good. So you need to have achieved 80% of the course to get the data. Anyone?
Information about
What's that? Do you have a question? Yeah, today you should have got Naira 1,000 call credit to convert to data. Okay, and you will get more data as we get to the end of the course. If you've already lost more than 3 marks.
There's noise from the bus.
There is noise. Please, can you mute your microphones, everybody? Okay. Mute your microphones. At the screen, in the bottom of the screen, you can see a microphone. You click on the little arrow and it says mute or unmute. Much better, much better. Techno, for example. Please mute your microphones. That's great. Thank you. Okay, you get a mark. You're going to get a mark. Sorry, it's reacting a little bit slow. Let's go back to the data. Okay, you're going to get a mark for all the different aspects of the course. Okay, I'll talk about that more in a minute. So here is the module. Hang on. Here is the module overview. Okay, so we know we've got 6 modules, and these are the topics, as it were, that you're going to be covering. All right. Let's have a look. You're going to be looking at keys to successful online teaching, like how to motivate your students, how to engage them, how to design successful WhatsApp lessons, and learning about the principles that underpin this particular style of teaching, which is some people have had experience of it, but on the whole, as a developed, principled way of getting lessons across, that's what we're going to be studying, okay? And these are the different modules. On the right-hand side here, you have how each module is structured. This is like the green boxes I showed you before. You've got your self-study, interactive online exercises to be done. Then on the Tuesday, not this week, but from next week, on the Tuesday, you've got a WhatsApp live lesson. Okay, so you're going to need your desk WhatsApp or your WhatsApp on your phone, and then Hot Notes as a group. We're going to be interchanging sensations, impressions, what we've taken from it. Okay. On the Thursday from next week, we're going to be having live sessions via Zoom or via WhatsApp in group in week 4. In order to discuss in more detail the 2 things, the self-study material and the WhatsApp lesson itself, okay, which are great fun, very sort of fast moving, and a great way to deliver. There's one more aspect, which is the share it. Share it is a little written intervention, a written reflection, which you will need to post to the WhatsApp group. Each of these things carries 1 mark. So you must, as I will show you now, you must complete each of these things to get a mark. For example, for being here today and putting your name in the chat, you will get a mark, okay, which counts to the total of 18 marks, or 18 marks, which you want to achieve. You need to achieve 80% of those marks in order to be given data a little bit further down, nearer the end of the course. I believe you've been given some data to be getting on with. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Is it a good amount? The Naira 1,000?
For data?
So I was given nothing.
Well, we can start.
I think the data has not been given yet.
Yes.
Data hasn't been given. Oh, that's a shame. They wanted to give it to you by 4 o'clock today, but there will be some shortly, a small amount to get you going. But then
Hello.
it should be arriving on the telephones, okay? And then nearer the end of the course, you will get more data as well. But it is dependent on keeping up to date and completing 80% of the assignments. Okay. So I've got some hands up. Tolu, do you have a question? Unmute your speaker and ask your question, Tolu.
I want to buy 80%.
Okay, and Ogunyemi Akim? Akim, do you have a question? Okay, so I'm going to show you something here. Just show you something.
Group of 30 classes.
Okay, so look, this is my screen, okay?
This one,
This is my screen. I'm sharing my screen because I want to show you how to react to things. Okay, it's a really important tool for an online VC session. So here at the bottom, I hope you can see my cursor going round, and it says reactions, and I'm going to click on reactions. As you can see, there is a whole series of reactions. They're like emojis, really. And underneath, there is one that says levantar la mano. That's because I'm in Spain, but that means raise your hand. The convention is to raise your hand when you have a question, when you want the speaker to stop. Okay?
Hello.
So you can, this normally means that the speaker stops, okay? And you want to interrupt, you want to ask me something. Yusuf, for example, do you want to say something? You have your hand up?
Yeah, I want to say something. Go
ahead.
I'm very glad to be here, but my question is that after the program, it's very good to for certificate that will certify us that yes, we did a online classes.
Absolutely, yes. You're going to get a certificate at the end of it, okay? You get a certificate and you get data. Both things. The certificate is British Council, okay, in digital format, and it will be emailed to you after the course. But you need to complete 80% of all the assignments on a weekly basis in order to qualify for the data, and in order to get your certification. You can always continue. Okay, you can complete the course, no problem. But if you want your certification, you want your data, you're going to have to be participating actively. Okay, I'm sure there won't be any problem with that. You guys seem to be well on here. Okay, did that answer your question, Yusuf? Yusuf, if it answers, yeah. So you can change your reaction.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Yes. Okay, so now you need to lower your hand. Okay, you need to lower your hand, and you can give me a thumbs up instead if you want. Okay, so once you raise your hand, you need to lower your hand again. Well done, Yusuf's done it. Okay, James, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm James, ma'am.
Hello.
I was not given data for the start.
Okay, you should be. That was the hope and expectation, but it will be coming soon, a first batch. The next lot comes a little bit down the line, but don't worry, it's all under control. Trust me. There are people with the British Council Nigeria. There are people. They're all working hard to get the data as promised.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, then I'll continue. What I would like to do is I'm showing you here how to do some reactions. Olatunde, I noticed that you did a reaction, and the reactions are a little bit like emojis. There's a whole bunch of them. So we're going to play around with reactions today. Okay, if you find something funny, you can laugh. If you like something I said, you can put your hand up. if you want to celebrate, you can use this one. Play around with the reactions. It's going to be an important part of what we do as the course goes along. And to remember that raising your hand is underneath. As you can see, I'm raising it now. I have to actively lower my hand if I want to get rid of the hand. So I have to click on reactions and press lower the hand, okay? Tolu, for example, you've done that now. Well done, very good. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. If you have anything to say about the data or any questions, do put it in the chat, okay? I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat. Okay, lovely, let's continue. Lovely to hear your reactions. Okay. Ogunyemi, do you have a question? Ogunyemi, what is your question? No? Okay. Okay, bear with me. It's a bit slow here. Sharing the screen. Okay, so we've talked about the three forms of active participation. I'll go through them again. And we know that it's about 40 hours, 6 or 7 hours a week. So what is a sensible way to divide this weekly work that I need to complete 80% of to get my data, to get my certification? This is an example overview, okay? I've given you a suggested sort of timetable, so you can get an idea of how much daily workload you might be expecting in order to keep organized and to keep on top of things. So on Monday, for example, you could look at the self-study platform. Okay, there are 8 tasks. You could consider maybe doing the first 4 or so. I'll show you an example of them in a minute. They give you the aims, they give you the amount of minutes, so you can really plan your time. So give me a thumbs up if you've already been to see the Sprint website. It'd be nice to know if you've been to see it already. On Tuesdays, we're going to have a 4 o'clock slot every Tuesday, okay? Today it's just chatting like this, but the next week it will be a WhatsApp session in the WhatsApp group, and this is going to be about an hour or an hour and 15 minutes, okay? Techno, do you have a question? Or mute your microphone if not. Okay, on Wednesday, I suggest you go back to the self-study platform and continue with the self-study modules, which are easy to follow, very intuitive, and they've got interactive quizzes, so it helps you to digest the information. On the Thursday, we're going to have Zoom live sessions at 6 o'clock. Okay, and it's going to be another live session, and then you're going to get to chat together about what you've learned that week. And then finally, on Friday, you could do the reflection task. Again, this is a compulsory active part, which is, and it's called the Share It. And you can do them on the Friday because I need to have them all in by the weekend, by Monday, so that I can count you as having done it and put it down as one of the tasks. Remember to mute your microphone, please, everybody, unless you're speaking to this group. Okay, let's move on. I mentioned Share It, which this is the third weekly point, shall we say, and this is an opportunity for collaborative learning, okay? You can talk to your tutor, to me, to fellow participants, and really it's about how we've processed what we've learned and our emerging insights, okay? Share It is a written task, and you need to share it with me, all right? In the previous courses, we've had people do very long Share It, 2-3 pages long. They don't need to be long. Here is an example, okay, of a Share It. You will get a specific task. You can go ahead and have a look at it. It's always the point 8 task. and you need to do one of these every week. This is an example. You can see the length, you can see the type of information that you need to share. So it can just be something like this, not much longer, about what you've taken, your takeaways, how you're going to apply the module to your own learning, how you're going to deliver the emerging insights yourselves. Okay, so those are the share it's. So just reiterate the assessment criteria. You need to complete a minimum of 80% task. Okay, hopefully you'll do 100%. There's no reason you shouldn't, but it's good to have a margin. This includes the share it tasks in the WhatsApp group. It includes the WhatsApp lesson that we're going to have normally on Tuesdays. And it includes a live Zoom session that we're going to normally, with me, that we're normally going to have on Thursdays. Okay. 80% means you can only miss 3 of these things. Any more than 3 and you fail, you don't get your certificate. So it's really important that you put these dates in your diaries now. Tuesdays, 4 o'clock, Thursdays, 6 o'clock. Okay. There is a course completion form as well on the platform, which is a fantastic tool for you. I highly recommend it. You download it, you print it off, and then you check it off as you go, as you do your modules. Okay, you check it off. So, I've got an example here. Here we are. Okay, this is an example of the sprint completion form. Can you see the form? Yeah, can you see it there? Yeah, you can see, not very well, but you can see it, right? Okay, module 1, task 1, task 2, task 3, all the way up to task 8, which is a share it. Take these off as you do them. Fill in the date you've completed, and then you know you're keeping up to date, you're keeping your workload managed. Because if you leave it all till Sunday night, 6 hours work, it's not going to work for you. It's going to be too much. Okay, so it's good to do it. Good to do it.
No?
Okay. Let's have some reactions now. Write something in the chat or say something if you like, any questions, or you can do one of these reactions. If you're understanding or if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me now. Okay, James, do you have your hand up? Do you have your hand up, James? Play around with the reactions. You click on reactions, and then you can do all sorts of things. You can change them. Every time you put in a new one, you can change it. Okay, great. Fantastic to get your reactions. Okay, let's continue. Most of you have sent in your digital quiz, but I'm still waiting for some digital quizzes, okay? Now, this is an important part of the course. It's compulsory. You do one at the beginning and you do one at the end. And it's a way of measuring your progress, okay? There's no right or wrong answers. It's just a number. And then you compare yourself against yourself, okay, at the end of the course to measure your own progress, you know? Can you answer those questions with a 3 if it was a 2, or at least with a 2 if it was a 1 first time round? Okay, this is the course completion form I've just shown you. So I don't really need to show you that. Can you see the course completion form?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I can see it.
And everyone understands then, yeah, about the 80%. You understand what it means?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you, Mary. And yeah, there's a couple of comments on the chat. It's true. Thank you. People have muted themselves now, which is good. It's really important when there's a large number of us to be muted as much as possible. Only unmute yourself. Who is that person? It could be. I'm going to just deactivate people's audios. See how peaceful it is when we all have the mute button on. It just takes one person. I mean, I've done it myself. sometimes as a course participant, you've got the children talking, running in the background, or you've got someone drilling next door, and it really disturbs the peace. But this is nice. This is great. You're all doing well. That's fantastic. Okay, what else are we going to have a look at? Let's move on. There we go. So I am going to copy and paste. Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste this site. Let me know, have you been to the Sprint Nigeria site already? Or have you not had a chance yet? Have you had a chance? What I'm going to do? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link for you. Okay. Let's see if I can do that. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, bear with me a second. If you have any questions, please write them in chat. Okay, yes, we're trying to do that. Here you are. Who's that? Who's that making a lot of noise? Can you please mute yourself? Everybody. Okay, feel free to click. Please unmute. Yes. Yusuf, can you hear me? Yusuf Sani, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Yusuf Sani? Yusuf, can you hear me? Okay, now he's muted himself now. Okay, that's great. I think it's coming from a particular place. That's great. Okay, so what did you think of the site? You got any questions about it? Did you like it? I am copying the link into the chat now. Okay, so everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets a chance to have it there now. Oops. Okay, thank you. Okay, and on this, I'm going to share with you the Sprint course so you can whet your appetite, okay? In case you haven't yet had a chance to visit it. You should have done, because a lot of you have downloaded the task 1.1. So a lot of you have already visited, got the welcome pack and downloaded it, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, so here is the website. Super simple, super intuitive. You've got the modules at the top. Module 1, you've done task 1.1, which was the activate task, yeah? Then you've got your explore sections, which is your study sections. Then you've got your WhatsApp live lesson, which is Tuesdays at what time? Can anybody tell me what time our WhatsApp live lessons are?
4 p.m. Tuesday.
4 p.m. Well done, everybody. Excellent.
Yeah. 4 p.m.
Fantastic. Yeah, and they're going to be such fun. You're going to love them. You have to put on your kiddie hats. You're going to be young people again. Primary 4 for the first lesson, primary 5 for the second, primary 6 for the third, and then we're going into junior school secondary, into junior secondary. And although these lessons are going to be delivered for the, for this, with that profile in mind, all the skills that you're learning on this course are completely transferable to all subjects and to all levels as well, and to all ages, okay? So that's something I want you to take away with today. What you're going to get from this course, you can apply to your own context, to your own teaching context, whether it's teacher education or secondary school, teaching English or teaching literature or anything. It's going to help us to learn how to structure WhatsApp live lessons really well and to understand the 10 principles that underpin that success, okay, the effective online lesson in that particular format. Okay, I'm going to check the chat because I think I've got some questions. Nope, I've got 4 p.m, even better. Okay, and let's go back to module 1. So 1.6 is called reflecting on the WhatsApp lesson, because we're going to have a lot to say. There's a lot with what you experience and what you study. There's going to be a lot of processing, and we're going to have a chance to talk together. I mean, today I'm doing all the talking. It's an orientation session. They won't all be like this. Okay, you're going to have a chance to get into smaller groups and to reflect on what you've learned and how you would apply it. Yusuf, do you have a question? Okay, the 1.7 is a review, all right, just to consolidate what you've learned in the course. And the 1.8.
Yes, you made mention of applying what you have studied.
Can you repeat your question, please, Yusuf?
Hello.
Hello, go ahead, repeat your question.
My question is that you made mention of applying. Yes, I'm going to do that right now. What I'm trying to say is that you made mention of applying what we have studied here. Yes, what we study here with our children concerning literature or language. My question is that here in Africa, we don't have to study online, for example. Is there any provision for you to make copies of what we have studied here?
Thank you,
so that we can apply it.
That was a very good
question. So that we
question.
can apply it to our children's.
Yes, yes, it's a very good question. Look, everything that's on the Sprint website is available for you to download, okay, and to understand. It's kind of theory, it's input. The WhatsApp live lesson, you will be given the lesson plan as well for the WhatsApp live lesson. You're going to do it with me, with WhatsApp. I'm going to teach you something, okay? I'm going to teach you basic maths, I think, next week. You're going to have that lesson plan, and if that happens to be your subject, which I know it isn't, then you could use that if you wanted to, of course. The WhatsApp lessons are set in stone for the aims and objectives of that particular lesson. They may suit you, they probably won't, but what you will be learning is how to apply it to your own teaching. Okay, so you can in the future make your own, okay, make your own and adapt them to your own needs. We're going to be covering English, maths and basic science, but it's just as a manner of example so that it reaches as many different teachers as possible. All these skills that you are learning are transferable, and you will be able to transfer them and apply them yourself when you finish the course. No doubt about it. Okay, that's what you're here for, to come out with something super practical. Okay, does everyone understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. That's great. But there's a question in the chat.
Hello, ma.
Hello,
ma.
go ahead.
Yes, I don't think that actually answer Yusuf's question. Yusuf is actually thinking about the application after this session, right? After he has been trained, he's coming from a disadvantaged area where the needed facilities are not on ground for him to replicate this knowledge.
Yeah.
So he's actually asking for the way forward. If I may suggest, he may not be able to go with the large group now. He can go on self-development. How to go about that implementation with time. I think gradually as understanding goes on, and then as individuals, he is now an ambassador to be able to sell this knowledge. So if you adopt a method of maybe one-on-one discussion with parents to be able to talk them into the online session. He can be able to start a small group where he can replicate this knowledge he's learning. I think that is part of what he's trying to get from this platform. And that is going to help him if he can adopt a one-on-one interactive session where he step down this knowledge to possibly parents around him who can be able to buy phones that can do the online, can give him the online facility to be able to host the Zoom meeting. I hope gradually, it's not an instant thing. This is not be in the hurry about replicating, but I think we should be in the hurry about the learning process now, which for me is the most important.
Yeah, really interesting what you're saying, James, and I think it's true. People are anxious to know how they can use this more practically as time goes by. This is a stage one. Let's call it stage one. This is where we learn what it is that we want to replicate. And then, of course, there will be the opportunity to. The idea is that we're training up a large number of Nigerian teachers in this methodology, and with the idea that it can be cascaded in the future, of course. This is why the lessons, that the WhatsApp lessons that you will be receiving are very much putting yourself in the shoes of the end user, the person who's actually at the end of the cascade, someone in a rural community with low resources that can only access education through WhatsApp. We're going to be put ourselves in their shoes once a week on a Tuesday, so that we really get a grasp of how this can help the individuals that we think will be able to benefit from this in the future. So this is stage one. The WhatsApp live lessons, put yourself in the shoe of someone who wants to be educated, and this is the only means. There's the similar sessions to this where we're going to get into groups and discuss, as the professionals we're going to discuss our practice. And the third part, which is what I'm just showing you here, the input that the course, as James very well says, that we're here to be doing first, to get this input first. Okay, so that is the structure of the course. James, did I more or less get what you were saying there too? Yeah, I hope so. It's very quiet in the room.
Thank you.
At the moment. Okay, excellent, fantastic. So this was just by method of example to show you the input is very regular throughout the 6 modules. Okay, so by module 3, you will hopefully have your weekly schedule down to a T. So there's not too much workload for you. I know you're busy people. I know you have jobs. I know what it's like training yourself up extra when you've got a family, when you've got your day-to-day work and so on. Okay, so a little bit each day is my recommendation. Okay, a little bit each day. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Any more questions? Put them in the chat. Yeah, I'm just going to check the chat and we'll be opening up to you guys now. I can just share the next. Okay, not playing ball. Worries. No worries. Okay. Okay, that's good. There we go. Okay. So we're getting to the end of the session, all right? So please don't let any questions go that you might have. Put them in the chat or raise your hand and I will answer them. That's the point of today's session, really. Okay, that's the point. For you to go away knowing more than you left and no questions left unanswered. Okay, we're going to come across a few acronyms throughout the course, okay? VC, that stands for video conference, is what we're doing now. Commonly Zoom, we're going to be using. WA is WhatsApp. BORs is breakout rooms. Those of you that are familiar with Zoom will know that we're a group of 20 now, but if I wanted, I could put us into 5 groups of 4, for example, where we can have more meaningful chat. And that's what we're going to be using, this device, over the next few weeks. Okay, they're called BORs. PPT refers to PowerPoint, should you see it written and not know what it means. VNs are voice notes. MTs are master trainers, which referring to what we were talking about before. Some people may come out of here and will be themselves master trainers. Okay, we'll be then delivering the same course in a cascade effect.
Oh, I need Zoom meeting. It's a British council.
HN, hot notes. You can remember what the hot notes are. Who's been paying attention? What's the hot notes?
Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are disturbing us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. And CPs are the course participants, that's you. So hot notes, who can remember what hot notes are? Any ideas? Don't worry, I'm not testing you really. You've only just heard about them. Hot notes are on after our WhatsApp live session. There's going to be 15 minutes. I'm going to post 3 questions. How did you feel? Did you get anything from it? What techniques have you seen that you can apply to your own teaching? What did you like? What did you think will be a challenge? 3 or 4 questions, and you are going to give your immediate, your hot reaction to those questions, having just experienced a WhatsApp live lesson. And we'll be doing that on Thursday this week, but from next week, that session, the hot notes, the WhatsApp live is going to be on the Tuesdays. Today is an exception. The module 1 is an exception. Okay, so I think we're very near the end now. I'm going to have to work this out. Okay. Do you guys have WhatsApp on your computer? It might be easier for you to do the WhatsApp live lessons sitting at a desk. You know, you can be curled up on the sofa with a telephone, that's no problem. It's what your students may be doing in the future. But if you wish, you can also be sitting at a desk. In order to do that, you need to have WhatsApp on your desktop. It's called WhatsApp Web or Web WhatsApp. And all you do is you click on, I'll put the link down if I can copy this. You put this, I'll put this in the chat at the end, okay, in a minute when I stop sharing. You go to WhatsApp and you follow the instructions. And then what happens is that you basically have all the WhatsApp that is on your telephone is shown simultaneously in real time on the computer. It's very handy, okay? Very handy for you if you want to change, or you're working and you want to check your WhatsApp, or you need to copy and paste large amounts, you can do it through the computer, okay? Okay, I'm going to check the chat. That's good. So some people say no, they've only got the telephone. Some people say yes, they've got it on the computer. I say thumbs up to computer. And for those of you who... Amos, can you please chat? Mute yourself. For those of you, I really recommend it, Tolu, to get it on the computer as well, okay? If you're going to be delivering live lessons yourself. If you're just receiving them for now, don't worry so much. But it's a good thing to know exists. It may be useful in the future, okay? And it's completely free. It's linked to your account, so you basically see your WhatsApp but on your computer as well. Okay, so it's handy. I would recommend that you get it at some point or know it exists, because for me, when I'm going to be delivering the WhatsApp live lessons to you, it's impossible to do just using my small handset. I need to see pictures. I need to see large bits of text. I need to paste things onto our group, and I can only really do that comfortably using a keyboard and a mouse. And a proper keyboard, okay? All right, everybody. I think I've been wittering on for long enough now. I am going to start drawing today to a close. Thank you there, James. and ask you whether you have any, I'll stop sharing, I think it's probably easier. Stop sharing. Whether you have any questions at this point, anything that hasn't been answered. I think we've gone through the basics. You've seen the schedule, you've seen the overview and the module. But if you have any questions, I'll stay silent for a moment. Please do ask. Yeah, it's lovely. Let's have a little 5-minute review session before we open up to questions and answers before, okay, before I say goodbye to you. Let's have a review of the session. If this will let me. What are you looking at? What are you seeing at the moment? The WhatsApp web? For some reason, it doesn't want to let me. It's on the screen. It's behaving. It's misbehaving. Thank you for your nice comments, everybody. Okay. Okay, let's review some of the techniques that we've used in today's session, okay? First of all, there's been the chat box activity, okay? So take a minute to think about the different tools that we've used in today's session. Have you used them? Have you used the chat box? And have you used your reactions? I hope you have. If not, feel free to play around and use them now. Those are the two things I want you to take away, having practiced, okay? They seem like small things, but it's all about practice. And what I have used is my voice, which some of you have also used today, and your cameras. I have used my voice, my camera, and I have screen shared as I'm doing now. I want you to share one takeaway in the chat box, okay? One takeaway from the session. Go ahead, share it in the chat box. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to answer some of the questions in writing, yeah? So Patricia, assessment is basically active participation, okay? And the digital quiz. There is no other form of formal assessment. It's active participation. Every time you come to, can you still see me, everybody? Yeah, you can still see me. That's good. Every time you come to a live session, every time you do a live WhatsApp session, every time you post to share it, you get marked as active participation. So these are ticks, the same ticks in your course completion. This is what gets you the certification. Okay. That's what gives you the certification. That and the digital quiz. Don't forget to do the digital quiz. Okay, that's great. People are sharing their takeaways on the chat. Okay, lovely. Important to carry on participation, to carry every participant along whilst delivering an online class. Absolutely. It's good to stop, to check people, for people to understand the rules, the netiquette of keeping their voices muted and only unmuting when you want to be heard. That's good. I liked it when someone said, you know, it's different. Very good. Helping each other. Okay. Okay, great. People are sharing what they've used. And I do have a question. Are you not using the camera because it's heavy on data, or are there other reasons? Remember, if you want to speak, unmute yourself. Click on the microphone and turn it off from red and make it green. Okay, and the reactions, okay? You can react in all sorts of ways, and it really helps to increase engagement, not just of yourself, your tutor, but of the other participants as well. Okay, reactions beget reactions. Hello, Babasola, nice to see your face. Hello, Stella, nice to see your face too. I can see Olatunde, I can see Tolu. Hello, Amos, nice to see you. And Patricia, we've said hello. Hello, Yusuf. And Juliet is there as well. Okay, that's great. So now you can say you've used your camera and your voice, I hope. And I hope you've used some reactions. This is a fun one. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, so have you, let's have a look. There is a question here. Okay, the main takeaway for the duration of these sessions. Okay, I'm surprised each will be as long. That means I have to factor that into my schedule. Yeah, it's time to finish now. Okay, because we've done our 75 minutes. On Thursday, I'm going to see you at 6 p.m. with your telephones. We're going to have a WhatsApp live session. About an hour before, I'm going to post a reminder GIF, can't wait to see you, on the chat to make sure you're all ready. And you will have your primary 4 hats on Thursday. And you will have a lesson as primary 4 students. So if you want to go back to your childhood, to experience the true nature of these classes, then that's going to happen on Thursday. And really, unless you guys have any other questions, then okay, then thank you very much for your attention. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. And really lovely to have a new set of people. Very nice to have a new set of people to work with. I'm sure the course is going to go really well. You're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get a lot from it, okay?
Thank you too.
So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for your participation. You've been amazing. You've been great. And any questions, any stuff that you want to get clear by email, send me an email, no problem, okay? But all being well, I shall see you on Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock. Is everyone okay with the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you all. All right. I'm going to close the session now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.
Let us always try to unmute ourselves.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Background noise was too much.
Hey,
Yeti baby, how are you?
I'm fine.
You were looking so yummy, yummy.
Thank you, ma.
Okay.
Have a
Good
nice
to see all of
day, ma.
you here.
Yes, ma.
Okay, yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Where's my doctor?
How are you doing? Madam Aliyu, how are you doing?
Please let us try to always unmute ourselves. Let us always try to unmute ourselves when the presentation is going on.
Oh,
The background noise was too much.
Oh, how are you doing, my sister? It's quite amazing.
Hi, guys.
That's
Hi,
it.
guys. Please let us try to unmute our microphone so that to avoid the background noise. It was too much. Different languages, Igbo will be coming, Yoruba will be coming, Hausa will be coming, language here and there. It was distorting the information.
I think those who did that openly. So it is good you raise that up. They should all take note of that.
Yes, it's noted, ma.
Okay, and when we are at these presentations, let us go to a quiet place, not where people will be calling us. Hello,
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye
Nice
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Are we free to leave?